All right, Shalom Israel. Once again, it's the brother Kalab here to the Spirit to bring out another video. But before I get started, I want to give all honor and glory to my power, which is Yahweh Kalab Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakadash. Hey, so I just wanted to go into this article that I seen because yesterday I was out and about running some errands, dealing with my kid. And I noticed, and I've been noticing it lightly, but I really noticed it yesterday, people's countenance, right? It's kind of dim, right? The spirit is kind of dim. And I'm thinking like these people are depressed, and I just in my mind I was like, let me look in regards to statistics regarding the statistics in regards to depression and mental health in these times, right? And especially during this scamdemic. So this is what I got. CNBC, it says last responders mental health damage from COVID could last a generation, professionals say. And I'll probably describe the key points a little bit further down. It says many psychologists and psychiatrists have reported an influx of people seeking mental health support during the pandemic. Numerous studies have been carried out looking into impact of COVID on mental health. It says one study published in the Lancet Medical Journal in October looked at the global prevalence of depression and anxiety disorders in 2004 countries and territories in 2020 due to the COVID scamdemic. And then I'm probably just grab this. Says and then I was looking into diagrams and charts in regards to depression, right, and mental health. And there's been an influx, right, a rise in between males 50% and females 30% nationwide. That's what I've seen abroad, just vaguely seeing it. And so this devil Esau Edom, so he studies the characteristics or the emotions of people, right? He knows how much pressure to put on you to crack, what things to do, how to the psychology of people, right, and their emotions and in regards to their actions. So this devil studies us, in general, even Jake and the world, and as he puts out his wickedness, he has a desire, there's something behind it, meaning he's reaching for something, It's not just these things are just happening just because. You can see that this devil, he's creating these things in the world, right? To break you down, ultimately. And I that's another thing I found out. There's another, I'll probably bring a video. There's some CIA agent from the 1960s or 70s. I forget the guy's name. He had a weird, maybe a German name, but he talks about breaking the morale and the spirit of the people, right? That's how he's going to push us into the MOTB. But nonetheless, let me just grab some of this and then I'll go into some scripture. It says, aside from the obvious physical impacts of the C-19 scamdemic, health professionals have told CNBC that many people are struggling with the immense emotional and social changes, right? So he studies your social interactions. He studies these characteristics, your behaviors, and how much pressure to put on you to get you to fold. And that's what he's ultimately going to do in regards to the MOTB. It says emotional and societal changes has brought what's more than finding it hard to adapt to a new normal, right? Because that's what he seeks. He just seeks that dystopian world. It says now that lockdowns are starting to ease, many psychologists and psychiatrists have reported an influx of people seeking mental health support during the scamdemic, with an unprecedented global health crisis causing an increase in anxiety and depression, as well as exacerbating existing mental conditions. And he says, this is probably a doctor right here. It says, I have never been as busy in my life And I never seen my colleagues as busy. Valentine Racher, a psychiatrist working in New York, told CNBC, it says, I can't refer people to other people because everyone is full. Okay, so you see, like I said, like I mentioned, this Esau, Edom, you know, the wicked elite, the ones that are behind this, they're ultimately playing on the emotions of people. And it says, you know, due to the emotional and societal changes it has brought. And then it says something in regards to as mandates, you know, start to ease. Well, you can anticipate they're playing on the minds of the people, okay? And that's complete wickedness. And you can anticipate that they're going to bring out something else, and you can anticipate another lockdown, you know, for them to achieve their global, their new world order. So I think that's good enough for there. And I'm going to just grab a few scriptures. I don't know what to say. Y'all give me utterance, and this will be an edifying lesson. It says, Proverbs 29:2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Let me see if there's any more. That's good. Then it says, Isaiah chapter 14:8. And then, so like, you know that we're all connected to the spirit, you know, animals, plants, and humans. We're all interconnected, intertwined, you know. There's a spiritual connection there. And you know that if the people are suffering, the animals are suffering. Not to mention all the wicked technology. You know, we can't even talk about those towers that they're putting up, right? That has to have an effect on the plant life as well. You know, Esau is a destroyer. I might get that one to the spirit as well. It says, Isaiah chapter 14:8 says, ye, the fir trees, rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has came up against us. Even the trees and the plants are going to rejoice. Let me start off at 6. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinders. So everything's going to be turned against him, you know, because for his wickedness that he's expounding on the world, these damn unrighteous decrees, you know. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth and sing. So this is in a time when Esau, Edom is taken out, you know. It says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Ye, the fir trees, rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has came up against us. It says, hell from beneath is moved. This is Yahweh is going to move these devils out the way, you know, ultimately take them out of rulership, you know, and put them in bounds. That's another scripture. It says, hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. They have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. It says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down low to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. See, and this is that time. This is in a time where Esau was no longer, you know, he will not be no longer hold any power or any weight in the world. He'll be abased, and that's when Yahweh Shai will have him diminished and then in shackles, and where he cannot destroy the world. Okay, so that's good enough for that. Well, let me see. Hey, that's what this devil does. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right? That's the people, the nations, the whole world, you know. Let me try to grab something. So lock you for that one. Let me try to grab. It says, the destroyer, he who destroy the earth, and that's what has done. And I don't write this all. That's going to bring me to another video, which I'm going to look into, like vegetation and just wildlife, like things that Esau has destroyed. I'll probably grab a video on that to the spirit. I don't write this all. guess is with this. Yep. Revelations chapter 11 18 says, and the nations were angry, and because everyone's noticing that ever since this damn devil, everything he touches, it just comes to naught. It just dies. Revelations 11 and 18 says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead thou shalt be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. That's going into the election, and it says, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great. And shouldest, the key point is, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, which is Esau, Edom. Hey, so Adon Ratazah for that, that he's actually going to make that move. On the more the more we bring out these videos, the more Esau's world falls, and Adon Ratazah, our kingdom, be established ASAP. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to my power, which is Yahweh, Ka'Allah, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. A humble citation to the hopeful elect, pushing this work in truth and sincerity. I say Shalom.